Welcome back, everybody, to On the Money Football, where we discuss everything football. Alright, guys, in today's video, we're going to be discussing the past game week that happened between Manchester and Leicester, and Southampton and Crystal Palace, as well as looking at a preview for tonight's match, Chelsea vs Arsenal. Right, now, going into Man United's and Leicester game last night, which was a very controversial game. Basically, that being down to the starting lineup that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer decided to put out. A lot of Liverpool fans being very unhappy with this, admitting that Solskjaer basically helping Leicester to try and secure Champions League football instead of Liverpool. But being a Liverpool fan, I don't think we should have anything to say about this. Basically, because we should not rely on anybody else to help us get Champions League football, we need to rely on ourselves. The fact that we're in the position we're in, that's completely down to us and nobody else. So I just want to have a quick look at some of the comments that Ole made in his pre-match conference. So I'm just waiting for this to open up. He said, and speaking last week, Solskjaer said, someone might not be happy with my team selection for 1 or 2 games because it might affect whoever gets into the Champions League. That's not my problem, that's everybody else's problem. I don't know how you can defend playing 3 games in such a short space of time. And, I mean, give the man his dues. I mean, he's correct. Man United have to play 3 games in the short space of, I think it was 5 days. So having to rest players obviously shows that Liverpool's more of a threat. He wants to give the Man United fans their money's worth in terms of playing the stronger side against Liverpool. Should he have played a few better players against Leicester? I think I saw Rashford came on, and a few other players I think he did bring on at the end to try and salvage a point at home, but it was to no avail as Leicester ran out 2-1 winners there. But I mean, as the man said, that's not his problem, it's everybody else's problem. He's a manager, he's got a job to do, and quite rightly so. I agree with him. He had to do what he had to do. Speaking of that, he gave 1 player his first debut, which being Anthony Ellingham, and the first start to Amad Diallo, which paid off dividends. Shortly after Leicester took the lead by Luke Thomas with an assist from Yuri Tillemans, Mason Greenwood got on the score sheet with an assist from Amad Diallo. So that start there being paid off, and the player showing the manager he knows what he needs to do in order to help get goals. So congratulations on Diallo there for his first start and his first assist. Then later on in the match, Leicester decided to score a goal and win the game, which the betting throughout yesterday had shown. I mean, I think they went in from 22-10 down to even money. So I think the writing was on the wall quite early on. Leicester were going to field a strong team. They needed the 3 points to try and secure their Champions League football. Man United needing to rest players, we're going to field basically a second team, and the money, that's what they say, follow the money. There was a ton of money flowing in for Leicester to win last night, as they did, and it kind of shows in their team lineups where Leicester listed 12 goal attempts to Man United's 4 attempts. So yeah, you could see, I mean, position wise I think it was 60-40. So not as dominant, but it just goes to show in front of goal who was the more professional and basically who got the 3 points because of it. So in terms of Leicester, they just need 4 more points from the last 2 games to secure Champions League football. Liverpool sitting on 57 points. If we win our last 4, we'll go to 69 now and 66. They need 4 points from the last 2. Then they play Tottenham, they play Tottenham and Chelsea, or Chelsea first, then Tottenham in the last 2 games. So anything's possible. It's the Champions League, so it's the Premier League. Anything can happen in this. We've seen some major upsets this season, and it's a game of football, and that's what happens. On Man United side, they've all but qualified for Champions League football. They've got the Europa League final to play in the coming weeks. They'll probably be happy with that. And yeah, so tomorrow night they take on Liverpool at home, and it's going to be an interesting affair. And for the people that did watch the video before this yesterday, you guys would see that we came right with our prediction. Maybe not the 1-1 draw, but we did say that the greatest value for the game would be both teams to score, which came through quite early in the game. I think within the 15th minute, both teams had scored, and that's exactly what we like to see, nice and early. In our second game for the evening last night was Southampton vs Crystal Palace, um, which was Southampton were boosted by the return of Danny Ings, who managed to score himself a brace last night. As I said in the pre-match preview, my prediction would be that Southampton would run out winners, but that both teams would score. That would be at least over 2.5 goals. My prediction was 2-1 Southampton, landed up being 3-1, but on the money once again, as our channel states. There was quite an eventful game last night. Christian Benteke is scoring for the second game in a row now, in the second minute for Crystal Palace. Their last game out, they played Sheffield United away from home, and he also scored in the second minute of the game. So big ups to Christian Benteke, former Liverpool player. Well done. And as I said in my preview last week, he had scored 7 goals away from home on the road, making that 8 now. So that's still a Crystal Palace high. Shea Adams bagged a goal and an assist, with Nathan Redmond and Stuart Armstrong getting an assist as well, together with Danny Ings' brace. Southampton ran out 3-1 winners with 13 goals 13 goal attempts to Crystal Palace's 11 goal attempts. Things could be very different within the first half, where with Milivojevic missing a penalty in the 41st minute, that would have taken them 2-1 in the lead. Had he had scored, I think it might have changed the game slightly in the complexion of it. It might have ended up in a 2-2 draw. But as we say, that's football, and that's what happens. You miss your chances, and you seem to rue those mistakes, and Southampton came out on the day to be the stronger team. Moving on to our featured game tonight, Chelsea vs Arsenal from Stamford Bridge. London derby. We look set to be in for an entertaining game here tonight. Chelsea, having started May 2021 in good fashion, dominating Real Madrid at home to win 2-0, and then beating Man City away from home 2-1, scoring with a goal in the last minute or at the end of the game. They've still got their Champions League final to play, but they still want to make sure that they've secured their Champions League spot. They are sitting, I just want to check the standings here. They are sitting in 4th with 64 points. They need to, from their last 3 games, they would need to get 6 points in order to qualify mathematically, so no one could catch them. Tonight it looks like they're going to shave off another 3 points. In my opinion, I think Chelsea will be just too strong for Arsenal. Arsenal have had a little bit of a dismal season, sitting in 9th with 52 points, 2 places outside the Europa League's spots. 4 points behind Tottenham, 3 points behind Everton. Everton seem to have a game in hand though, so should they win their game in hand on Tottenham, they will go to 58. With Liverpool having a game in hand as well, 57. It still seems there's a little bit of a fight up there for the Europa spots. Arsenal would need to definitely get a win tonight to keep their hopes alive. Everton got a favourable win over the weekend against West Ham 1-0 with a goal by Calvert-Lewin, and it seems that Everton are fighting harder than Arsenal, but Arsenal, they've really got to do something special tonight to beat this Chelsea team. I mean, they've reaffirmed the decision from their manager, or from their owner, to sign the new manager, Thomas Tuchel, or Tuchel, whatever you want to say, as well as all the signings that they've made: Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Mendy in goal. They've really spent money, and they've opened up their wallet, and they've brought in some really good players, which it seems are starting to pay off dividends. And the Champions League final, they're sitting third in the Champions League spot. Sorry, fourth in a Champions League position. So it seems that those have paid dividends for them. Whereas Arsenal, the amount of money they've spent in the last 2 to 3 years, they haven't really gotten a return. Saving signing Aubameyang and Lacazette, among other names, they just having a dismal season. So for tonight's match, I honestly don't see them being able to overcome Chelsea, especially at Stamford Bridge. For me, the tip here it's quite a tricky one. You never know, Arsenal could get a goal. Chelsea are very volatile at the back. They may not concede. Like they beat Real Madrid at home 2-0. I mean, Real Madrid is a very strong team with a really good attacking forward players. And on their day, they can. I mean, they lost. I think it was 3-2 to West Brom. On the day, they could just not be sorted out at the back and give away goals. But tonight, for me, I don't think they will be able. They will give away a goal. For me, I'm going for a 2-0 result to Chelsea. If anything, it may end up being a 2-1. But for me, the value bet tonight would be for Chelsea to take the win. Now moving on to our bonus tip section. I've had a good look at the fixtures for today. Together with Chelsea to win tonight, I've had a look at Hertha Berlin away from home playing against Schalke. Schalke already relegated. I think they may have given their players the last couple of days off from training. They haven't really been pushing too hard. Hertha Berlin, though, still trying to end up further up in the table. The money's coming for them. So for me, Hertha Berlin to win away from home. The next one would be Atalanta at home to Benevento. They won 5-1 the other day. So they should definitely score in that game. I think there most likely will be 4 goals or more. So I've gone for Atalanta over 3.5 goals. The next one, also in the Italian league, is AC Milan to be playing away from home against Torino. AC Milan with a shock defeat over Juventus over the weekend with a 3-0 away from home. So tonight I am thinking the same. Although I think Torino will definitely get on the score sheet. They're a fighting team. They've got courage. So I'm going for AC Milan 2-1 away from home. But to be safe, I'm going for over 2.5 rather than taking Milan for the win, because I mean it could just be a 2-2 draw. They may not get the win, but for definite sure, I definitely think there will be 3 goals minimum in this game. And then the last in the Spanish league, playing Atletico Madrid are playing Real Sociedad. Atletico really need the 3 points here tonight. Having Barcelona having drawn last night has changed up the race for the La Liga at the moment. Just checking out those stats there for you. Atletico are sitting on 77 with 3 games left to go. Barca 76, but Atletico with a game in hand. Barca having played 36 with a draw last night. Barcelona really needed to get the win last night in order to put pressure on Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid are sitting on 75 with 35 games played, 2 points behind Atletico on the same amount of games. They are playing away to Granada on the 13th, which is tomorrow. Regardless of what happens in that Real Madrid game, Atletico need to get this win at home. They're playing at home. They're playing in Sociedad, who are sitting 5th in the league, some 19 points behind them. Atletico for me will definitely get the win. Yeah, they'll grind it out. Suarez will put the ball in the back of the net. So I'm saying you could either go for Luis Suarez to score tonight, or Atletico Madrid to win. But obviously the value being Atletico Madrid to win. So to recap, we've got Hertha Berlin with the win. We have Atalanta over 3.5 goals, AC Milan over 2.5 goals, and Atletico Madrid to win, together with Chelsea to win at home as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a little snippet in the next part of the section, so you guys can see that in writing, and good luck. Right guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe with the bell for more notifications for when we send out our videos. Looking to do maybe a live stream soon. We'll keep you guys updated with that, and we'll see you tomorrow, and good luck.